Plump Goops Podcast.
Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes.
Welcome back! It's Hot Takes High Stakes, the best show that has ever delivered hot takes at such high stakes. I'm disappointed. Are you guys hip to this the Woolsey and Ronick drama of the tattoo?
Yes.
No.
Oh yeah, Rez, you were on the episode where Woolsey challenged him. Woolsey challenged Ronick to that so that whoever was the advanced stats leader at the end of the year, at the end of 2021, the other one had to get the one who was in second place had to get a tattoo of one of the other person's takes. So like, say Ronick's take was you have to sit to pee, and he won. Then Woolsey would get a
stick figure sitting while peeing.
Yeah, something of that sort. But Ronick declined, and dropped the stakes. See, this is my problem: is that we're supposed to be high stakes here.
I liked that. We never really incorporated the stakes in.
I know it was.
I liked the attempt.
I was excited. I was like, "Wow, we're finally getting some high stakes." And Ronick was like, "Nah, dinner," and then later he was like, "Nah, lunch."
Lunch while he waits.
The stakes have
lunch,
never been
lower.
Yeah, it would have been late as well, which is disgusting. Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting: a late lunch.
This is the last episode where my mic will be right here.
Or did you get a mic stand?
I got a stand. It's delivered, but my apartment hasn't texted me yet, so I can't go get it. But it's gonna just attach to the side of my desk and just.
Oh, that's so massive.
It's just gonna hang. Wild.
It's gonna retract in and out.
We should. I want to get one that's like like when in boxing when they like lower a microphone. I want one that I just catch.
Just make a pulley system.
Yeah,
from the ceiling. That'd be insane.
And I have Sam. I employ him to sit in my ceiling and lower it down. Yeah.
Employed Sam.
It's like when
he needs
he
a
was
job.
band council historian and we had that motivational speaker show up and JJ made him stand in the back and film it all.
Because he was historian.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like didn't
That
we
was
do that?
funny.
Weren't we like that sounds like the job of the historian? And then KJ was like, "You're right."
I feel like that
Sounds like something you would have said.
We just brought
We're
it up just to
documenting
get
something.
Sam.
That's what the historian should
Yeah.
do.
Oh my god.
Fun.
It's true. Well, I think you know what might have happened? I think KJ might have come up to me and been like, "You're like a film guy, right? Do you want to?" Oh no, Bach did. Bach came up to me and was like, "You're like a film guy, right? Do you want to film this for us?" And I was like, "That sounds sweet, but I'm really tied up in the money stuff as the treasurer. I think it might be the historian's job." And he was like, "You're right."
I'm really tired up and doing nothing.
Yeah, those
No
shenanigans.
way. No way.
Oh, dude, it's like 2 minutes late.
It's Destiny.
Destiny
Still
has
arrives.
arrived. Let's do it.
Run from it.
Last episode we started a thing where, because we never say like who's on the podcast today. So we're gonna do that little segment right now. Cue the theme song, David. No, you're supposed to like make one up. Like who's on the podcast today kind of jingle for the segment,
Oh wait, I have one.
Okay, do it.
I have one.
No rush.
The
Just
Wi-Fi
dead air.
is really not coming through right when I need it.
Dead air,
edit
Dave.
We'll fix
Dead
it in
air.
post.
Edit it
We'll
in.
fix it in post.
Fix it in post.
Dead air. Dad.
Dead air Dave, daddy, dead air Dave did you did you dirty, daddy, you just got daddied. Dead air Dave did you dirty.
Eddie Mormon. Oh, I can't say that on the podcast.
Was that it? Yeah.
Ronick, my guy.
Who's on the podcast today? It's me.
Are we starting with me?
We started with me actually.
Who's
Just
me?
by saying it's you.
I said it's me. Yeah.
It's me.
you. And it's me.
And we're on the podcast today.
We are here.
Okay, now moving rapidly into our next segment. The warm-up take. The video's gone.
Oh my god. Oh, Pauline's calling me. That's why.
God.
All right. Warm-up take, right? Are we doing warm-up takes?
Warm-up take.
Can we do a warm-up take?
Yeah, do you have one?
I had one. I had one.
Okay, give.
So yesterday I was at P. Terry's, the Austin burger joint. And I quickly realized that instead of getting a double cheeseburger, you should just get 2 singles. It's more bang for your buck, and it's more food. What do you guys think? If you're hungry,
It's also
if you're
more
a hungry
expensive.
guy.
Okay, if you're a hungry guy.
No, but it's more
more
economic
expensive.
than if you were to get. Like I'm saying that the amount of food that you get for it is is better than if you were to get a double.
Isn't the
cheeseburger.
only thing you get double the buns, right?
You double the buns,
Isn't
but
that
And
also
double the
it's,
toppings.
it's the ratio of ingredients to bun that is.
Okay.
Let's say if I want
that.
meat, I go to Arby's. So
They do tend to have those.
many people are saying this.
I went to Arby's, you guys.
Everyone is saying this.
Everyone-
Absolutely everyone is saying they have the meats. I'm not the only one.
I went to Arby's in when I was in LA. So like they were kicking us out because of COVID and stuff. And in LA they gave like our LA program, they gave us a certain amount of bucks. They called it EC cash, or what was it? ELA cash or something like that, like Emerson LA cash. And you can spend it at restaurants that accept it, right? But they only give you a certain amount. And the idea is, budget it so that it goes through the whole year. Well, we hit halfway through and I've used all but like $20 of like the 600 or so that they gave us.
Wow.
And I'm like, shit, like I'm not going to be able to eat. But then we get an email saying, you guys are kicked out. You have to leave Los Angeles. So it turned out that I budgeted correctly.
Oh my god!
Odds?
Wait.
And
How
most
did that
people
tie into Arby's?
use.
Oh,
How
well,
did that
then
tie into Arby's?
I ran out the day before, so I went to Arby's. Because I had nowhere to eat. That's how it
Very
ties
good.
into Arby's.
There's an Arby's in
was good.
Norman that's like right in between like a Chick-fil-A, a McDonald's, and like there's a place called Slim Chickens. Like 3 places everybody goes, and that Arby's just sits there. The Kentucky Huts. Do you remember the Kentucky Hut in Southlake?
The Kentucky Hut?
It was like
it's like KFC
right there
combined.
across from near Burger King or near Panda.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was nice because my mom would take me and my sisters. Courtney loved Taco Bell. Kristen liked Pizza Hut, and I would eat KFC, of course.
That's
Perfect family wombo combo.
Did they say that? Did they say that when you got it? Did they ring the bell
I just
and
heard
say perfect
Happy
family
Feet.
wombo combo?
Hey, Falco.
Wait, so Rez, you're saying that the double cheeseburger or just double burger is the ratio is bad, so you need to get 2 singles instead?
Not necessarily bad, but it's just too much meat in my mouth.
Yeah,
it's a little too much.
you didn't go
I
to
can only
Arby's.
take so much at a time. Yeah,
Right.
You can only take so much at a time.
You have to paste the meat into your mouth.
Yes,
Exactly. No, that's precisely what I mean.
if you wanted that much meat, you would go to Arby's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that sort of like ideology, I can see exactly where you're coming from. I just
But you
happen
have
to
to be
disagree
hungry.
entirely with your ideology.
You have to be super hungry.
The only thing
really
you're
wrong.
adding though is like the extra buns and toppings, right?
Right. Exactly. You're getting the same amount of meat.
Same amount of meat, just not all at the same time.
Yes.
Once I was really hungover and I went to a burger place in the morning or like, I guess it was like noon by then. And I was like, can I get a cheeseburger with fries, like a meal? And
Of course.
then another serving of fries, because, carbohydrates. And they gave me 2 single cheeseburger meals and I wanted to cry. I hated it. I couldn't eat all that food. Not in that state.
Oh,
You
God.
charged me for.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a similar experience. The burrito place I patronized most often. In when I was in college, it was so my freshman year dorm. It was there. It was here. It's just like imagine it was here, and then literally like 5 steps. You leave 5 steps to your left, a burrito place, called Bo Loco, and
Bo Loco.
I was entranced.
BOLOCO.
Yeah. Boston Local Company
name.
actually is what it stands for, which
Wait,
you
actually?
wouldn't expect. Yeah.
Boo.
Boston Local Company.
Boloco.
I would like the idea of just having a burrito place so nearby that I could just walk out and turn to the left, especially as like a little freshman. Like you're kind of freaked out as a freshman. You don't really want to go like you want to stay in your comfort zone for as long as possible. So I ate at Boloco 7 days in a row until I started my asshole bled because I was shitting so much.
Oh my god.
But so
that was my issue with
How was that a similar experience to what David had?
every story I'm telling is like I'm gonna get to the actual way that it relates, but the first
I have a story that's similar to that story.
Yeah,
because your story didn't begin to get similar to my original story.
Just say it. We don't have to know.
I had like so we had the like the student cafeteria, and then one of the dorms had a Cane's like in the bottom floor.
Please, I'm begging you to not make this relate to my story in any way.
No, it's not going to be. I didn't bleed out of my asshole, but I ate an extreme amount of Cane's and Chick-fil-A because the Chick-fil-A was all you could eat. And I mean, I have horror stories that I won't get into.
Okay.
Wait, Chick-fil-A is all you can eat?
And you swipe in once and you can you just get sandwiches and
that's like so
8 counts and fries. I just loaded it up in my backpack.
That's so unbelievably obscene.
It's amazing. Crazy. I think it's the only one in the world.
Wow, in Norman.
Chick-fil-A
chose to put their cornucopia.
It's a selling point on the tours.
Yeah,
make sure.
Of course.
Only all you can eat Chick-fil-A.
It must be packed though all the time.
Yeah, the line. I mean, it's the type that it's they have them all like pre-made on those like sliding things. I mean, they're fresh to an extent.
Yeah,
but if the line's like 20 people, it'll take like 2 minutes.
It's
like at the senior high where you grab the
so unless they run out, they were always
out of a big
moving
bag.
Fast.
Yeah,
moving quickly.
Didn't they just hand you Chick-fil-A sandwiches out of a big bag in high school?
Like a box, more like.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and they have them like in the little bags.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I disagree with your take, Rez. Your warm-up take, Rez.
There we go. Hottest take right there.
Hottest take. The warm-up take.
Talk me up.
You're gonna have to get a tattoo, Ronick.
Who wants to go first? In terms of takes, the real takes.
Well, since Rez went with the warm-up, I'll go first.
Okay.
I came across this take about 2 days ago with my roommates.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate was trying to make some toast with some jelly. He was like, it's just so hard to spread. This jelly is just so hard to spread.
Jelly is hard to spread.
And I use jam. And so I came to the conclusion, you have to jam your Sam.
you
got to jam over jelly is what I mean to say. But I thought jam your Sam was a really catchy way.
You have to jam your Sam.
You must jam your Sam. But yeah, jelly over jam is my take.
I thought you said jam over
jam
jelly.
Over jelly. Jam
over jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the kind of slip-ups that weaken a take, David.
Cut it. Fix it. Cut it out.
Post.
Jam over jelly.
All right. I don't know. I don't even know the difference between jam and jelly.
Me neither.
So jam is it's runnier, easier to spread is what I like to say. It's made with more of the actual fruit, while jelly is just made with the juices and the sugars of the fruit. So you're actually getting more in the jam, a little bit more of that action.
You're getting a little more action in the jam.
Much easier to spread. I feel like you don't have to waste as much. So I just see no cons to jam.
It's like PB and jam. You have to say jam.
The J is still there though. No, but if you say PB and J, it's like
people will assume you're saying jellies.
People assume you're saying jelly.
Jam.
Well, yeah, but find it. Okay, but here's my thing: if you're like over at like a friend's house for lunch, and their parents, like you're a kid, and their parents are like, "Oh, we're gonna make some PB and J's," and they use jam, you're not gonna know. Like you're eating that sandwich, you're not gonna know. So the J is it's interchangeable in most contexts. But here, we're getting to the specifics. Jam is superior.
Okay.
Jam superior than jelly.
What's the best jam flavor?
Grape.
I think I'd agree with that too.
Grape
Grape's
jam.
the best flavor of everything. Of every jelly jam.
That's a hot take.
Of every jelly jam?
Of every jelly jam?
Well, I thought you were saying of anything like grape
No,
soda,
everything.
grape.
No.
No.
Strawberry
No.
lollipops are better than grape lollipops.
I think I disagree with you.
I agree.
I didn't ask you.
You agree?
The
Strawberry.
grape Jolly Ranchers are the worst.
Grape is so
Yo,
good. What are you talking about?
The green
I say Blue
apple and the
Rad.
cherry fire.
Ooh, you know what my rankings are? Here we go. Watermelon number 1.
Go.
Blue raspberry. No, green apple number 2. Green apple number 2. Blue raspberry number 3. Cherry number 4. Grape number 5.
It's crazy that I'd probably switch those rankings like in complete reverse.
Are you serious?
Wow.
It's really close. It's really close. Like I'd put. What did you say for 4th? Cherry. I put cherry on top.
Cherry
I put cherry
on top.
and then grape.
I think
cherry, grape, blue rasp, sour apple, and then what's the last one?
Watermelon.
I don't like watermelon. I don't like
You
watermelon.
disgust me.
I go between cherry and green apple, but I'm gonna say cherry, green apple, watermelon, blue raspberry, grape.
Whoa, yeah. Here, you guys want to see what I bought? This is gonna disgust you because it disgusts me.
Do it.
I'm gonna be so disgusted.
It's not the Jedi way.
These motherfuckers, they suck.
Wait, Dave, those are the ones that David always got from you.
No, I always got the
No.
OG mints.
The wintergreen. They were wintergreen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they wintergreen.
I'm
I
still on
graduated.
wintergreen.
Because so my college, we're telling college stories today. My college, they didn't have the wintergreen. They only had sours. So I started getting the sours and my life was changed. So I love Icebreaker sours. These are an abomination. Number 1, it's only watermelon. And it's fruit and cool. And the cool side sucks. I don't want cool. I just want fruit in my mouth.
Wait, so there's fruit watermelon and cool watermelon?
No, I'll show you how it works.
I think they should make a meat version of that.
I think I should get an Arby's / spearmint.
Wait, I realized that for our audio listeners, you might not know what I'm talking about. It's Icebreaker Duos. Fruit
Go ahead and
plus
do
cool
some,
watermelon. Look.
Some ASMR.
ASMR, shake them out, shake them in there.
So you see, yeah.
Got some like bumps. You could do some ASMR with the.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Can you hear this?
Fall right asleep tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Somebody clip that.
Clip that.
So chat, clip that.
So this is watermelon. This side is watermelon, the bumpy side, and then the other side is cool. Watermelon side, great. I love watermelon. You know, get through it easy. It's fruity. It's nice. The other side is cool, and it just like it's like acid in your mouth, and it burns you from the inside out.
That's not what you look for.
No, I don't want it. I want one flavor. I want sour. But I guess they don't fucking have Icebreaker sours in New Jersey or some shit.
Bro,
I haven't
order
been
those
able to
off
find a
Amazon.
single.
I swear.
What did you say?
I bet you can order them off Amazon.
Icebreaker sours?
I bet.
Big Amy. Big
Not that I'm a
Amazon.
proponent of Amazon, but I do order a lot of things off of Amazon.
Me as well. The Prime is just too good.
Prime is Prime.
Prime is just too
It
good.
got its
Prime's
branding
Prime.
right?
Yeah.
What? We should open a competitor to Amazon.
They'll buy us out.
We'll call
Buy
it.
us out instantly.
You think we're the first you think you're the first person with that idea? There were
How about-
people that weren't even competing and they still got closed down.
How about we do
What?
it and call it Etsy?
What if we call
What
it
amount of
Betsy?
money? I like that. I like that a lot. How much money would Amazon have to offer you to buy a Mountain Men?
In its current
A
state?
buyout. And in its current state.
That we would wait. What would the split be? Betwixt
It's 8 ways. 8
TBD,
ways.
yeah.
8 ways.
8 ways.
Uh,
I would accept no less than $1 million.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say hundo mil.
Hundo Mill? Yeah, I think that's
Wait, that's
$10
a hundo mil.
ballpark.
Isn't that $12.5 million for each of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take that.
It has
That's
to.
a good starting point for our ambitions.
Yeah,
We
we're
should
low
start
ball.
Restart a new
Doge.
channel.
We all buy
We just start a new one. Mountain
Same
Men 2.
content.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Wait, so the take is
jam
grape
over
jam
jelly.
or just jam over jelly?
Jam over jelly. as a matter of convenience and flavor.
You're saying it's easier to spread?
These are just much easier, just by its nature, just by its consistency, the way it
I
exists.
think I have to agree with that. I don't have
Yeah.
experience with the jelly department.
And you don't have to use as much because you're not having to like smash it up and get a little. Like you get such little spread out of the jelly. You're using so much.
You get
Yeah.
chunks.
Spread evenly.
It's so chunky.
Too chunky.
One of my pet peeves is hard to spread things that are hard to spread.
Like butter.
big jam
Butter's
guy.
low-key so hard to spread.
Yeah,
It's
oh
like
yeah.
too hard.
You know, here's what you do. Because I just had an egg sandwich for lunch. What you do, toast that bread.
Mhm.
You know, if a little before it's ready, you take that bread out and you start to spread that butter. Then you turn the toaster off and put it back in and just let it sit with the butter on it, and it'll melt nice.
You see, but what scares me? You know what scares me?
Nothing about that.
Butter in my toaster. Do I want that? Is that good for the toaster?
It's on the bread.
Wait,
Yeah, but the
I'm
toaster
thinking of
touches the
toaster
bread.
oven. Sorry,
No,
I'm
it's on
thinking of
top of the
toaster
bread,
oven.
and then you put the bread back in just for like 5
Are you talking about a
seconds, like 30
toaster
seconds.
oven?
He's
Yes.
talking about toaster.
Oh, sorry, I use a toaster oven.
Toaster
course
oven
you
is
do.
fine, I think.
No,
Block
yeah,
that
I
toaster
definitely buy that.
Oven
toaster oven.
wave.
You know, people keep their butter in room temperature. You know that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there are people that will they have it on like a plate and they'll just cover it with like glass or whatever.
Yeah.
And they lift it up.
It's
always
fine
room
as long as you
temperature.
keep it airtight. Room temperature
Yep,
butter's
it's
fine.
like a butter knife, or like a little plate with a butter knife holder. Real
Much
quaint.
easier to spread too.
Very
Isn't it
suburban.
dairy? I swear it's dairy, right?
Yeah, but it's fine to do as long as you keep it airtight.
Fine.
Fine.
Rez, these things are processed and genetically modified to last.
For years. Honestly, you
Much
could
like Samuel Ma, genetically modified beyond belief.
beyond humanly possible. Sam can do
You remember
things that would blow your mind.
that hawk that killed the chickens that they used to have?
Did a hawk
Yes.
kill their chickens?
Oh my god.
I didn't know
it was-
that.
so yeah, like he actually made it his quest. He like hunted it all the way down in
Mm.
like Minnesota, and he killed it last weekend. It was crazy.
In
Stalked it.
Minnesota.
Last weekend.
No, yeah, it was crazy.
Oh.
He FaceTimed
It's
me.
cray. Very cray.
I was really proud of him.
And then he cooked the hawk and put it on Green Eggs and Sam on Instagram. Okay.
Jam
this,
over jelly.
this take. You know what? Yeah. Sure. I agree.
That's what we like to hear.
I think I definitely agree.
I would need to try it.
Then do it.
Does it? It doesn't taste any worse.
I think it is same, better,
Then I'm all in.
It's probably better, right? You get more fruit.
fruit.
Yeah.
We could all eat more fruit.
Duh, you know I could.
You're telling me.
You're telling me.
You're telling me.
Okay, Rez, do you want to do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes next?
Yeah.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, baby,
Wait, that means-
triple.
You choose.
mean I
You
go
choose.
next?
You choose. You
Okay.
choose.
I'll just go next. I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. This take arises out of multiple posts that I've seen in the past year, and I guess past 2 years. Now I think about it, it's that getting married at an early age should be less socially acceptable.
That's your
And
take, or those are the.
That's my
posts.
take. That's my take.
Less
That's my
than
take.
it is now.
Less than it is now, because like I look at these kids who are like out of like, you know, maybe. I mean, it makes sense from like a religious standpoint. Like after, like for example, like when Mormons get back from their mission trips, right? They're deemed like as like acceptable for marriage,
Yeah.
right? So I can see why, but like,
But why not ride that wave? You can be acceptable for marriage for longer than like a month.
right? Like you don't have to immediately
Live a bachelor
go out
life.
into the world.
Yeah.
Because I'm
What's
thinking,
a Mormon bachelor life like?
Ooh, the Mormon.
let's get on the show and ask him.
You know, Billy started a podcast where he and his friend give like dating advice.
No
So I think
way.
he's kind of
Wade?
living that Mormon bachelor life.
Wait, Billy Wade, that's
Yeah,
insane.
I listened to the first episode, and
Let's
one of them
plug
like
it. That's our
approaches it
plug.
from like a psychology perspective.
Oh.
So it's kind of
Like
interesting.
Freudian. kind of like Freudian.
Yeah, I think they
stuff.
said that. I think they used that term.
Is it like a womanizer podcast? Like how to make a woman fall in
No,
love
it's like
with you?
their it's like their perspectives on dating and like
As Mormons or just in general?
well, yeah, they do approach it. They mention like, yeah, obviously we're like members of the Church of Church of Jesus Christ.
Latter-day
What do they say?
Saints.
Saints.
Lauderdale, yeah.
But they mostly just talk about
Lauderdale.
what they think is successful for someone that, as they describe, is not a womanizer. Certainly not a womanizer podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, at least from the first episode, that's not what I gathered.
I'm hesitating to, like we're talking about it, and I guess we're plugging it right now, but I'm hesitating to endorse it because I don't exactly know.
We don't have to yet. We can come back to it.
Yeah, we can come back.
I won't say the name yet.
Okay.
We should endorse the blog though, for sure.
I don't know whether or not I should keep the name in there or not. I don't know. I never have.
Let John fix it in post.
Yeah, after you bleep his name out.
Stop saying names.
No, I did that on purpose.
You didn't. Yeah, no, you're right.
There's another thing. There's another example for mistake right there. I guess for military couples, I think the reason that they get married at an early age is for tax benefits.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, how do you go out into the world and have the liquid, or how can you afford your own place?
What's the liquid?
Cash. Like, I don't have enough money.
Like liquidated.
Like their parents are just gonna be holding them up for the time being, anyways, right? So,
do you think that originated as like a thing for tax benefits and has kind of remained a thing for tax benefits, but it'll also kind of become like romanticized? It's like
some people,
the jury wedding thing.
Yeah, a lot of people say like, oh, we have to, what's the word? Not consummate, but like, solidify our love by getting married. And then that's a very romantic view on how like marriage works. But like, I mean, I know people who get married for the tax benefits. Like my brother is getting married because it will help his taxes.
But
in California, so
I feel like getting married for tax benefits though makes sense if you've been in a long-term relationship for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, well, we're gonna be together anyway, so let's just get married for that. But if you've been like, if you come back from, let's say, just say a mission, and you're like, oh goddamn, I'm hot material now, and you're like, let me grab the first bow, or what's the female version of a bow?
Band, boy, and bow. So there's no
bell. It's bow and bell, right?
Yeah, it's bell.
Bow and
Let
bell?
me grab the first bow or bell that comes my way and marry them in 3 months. I don't think that's as healthy. But I'm no Mormon. Also, you know what? Okay, Rez, I'm going to dish another thing out to you that might speed up some marriage processes. Waiting for sex to get married.
Oh,
that's true.
Because people get horny and they're like, I really want to have sex. Let's get married so that we can have sex.
That's actually the first thing.
Are there that many people that
like?
Are there that many people that are that desperate that would like, but are also that serious about waiting until marriage?
So like,
oh yeah. I know exactly. I know who you're talking about.
Well, I think everyone.
I thought you were talking. Never mind.
It's like I
was thinking of the wrong group of people.
You have urges.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I hate? I'd really hate this. The Ring by Spring. I hate
that. Oh god.
Like at Baylor, if you're like in a relationship your senior year and you've like been in a relationship, it's like a thing where you're going to get proposed to like your spring semester of your senior year. And I think it's terrible. I think it is toxic.
Divorce rates are so high. That's like why there's so many divorces.
I mean, like Mike and Kristen dated for like 7-8 years and they still got married at like 24 or like 23 and 24. I think
at that point though,
any earlier than that is like pretty like you're kind of too young to be getting married, in my opinion.
Right. In my opinion, cases. Mm-hmm.
So 7-8 years, it's like for me personally, for me, I think it's more of a like, how long have you been together than how old are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would be like, if someone on like 24 is like young, that's like in my eyes, that's like a young age to get proposed to. But if you've been together for 7 or 8 years, then it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But if
I would
like
still say that like 21 and 22 can be too young in most cases, just
Yeah.
because you haven't been able to like face adult challenges, and stuff like that.
you got to
Like,
get out of college,
Get out of handling money together,
exactly.
like living together,
Yeah.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
People are
living in a
saying
college
that
apartment for a year prepares you for that.
Yeah.
like your mind isn't fully developed by 21. Like no shot.
No way.
Especially men.
Yeah.
Especially men.
But also like imagine all the things that like you've gone through in the last year that have changed you as a person. And then think about how
My
many
mom
years
tells me this all the time.
how many years you have to go. Like you're gonna be a completely different person.
Yeah.
So here's my follow-up on that take.
Mm-hmm.
You see on Instagram and all these social posts, you have people in the comments that are like, "Oh, so congratulations, so happy for you."
Yeah.
So what if instead of doing that, we just hound them in the chat? We just be like, "What are you doing?
What the fuck are you thinking?
Press F.
Who
Press
even
F.
is this?"
So you're saying that we need to almost
We need to start pressuring society into raising the
Yeah.
average marriage age.
Well,
Yeah.
now all I'm saying is that it should be less socially acceptable.
less socially
We'll do
acceptable.
with that.
What's something that you think
Although,
should
I
be
still
more
think
socially
the average
acceptable
age
than
is
that?
like
Moving in together before getting married. What do you think?
100%
should be more
agree.
socially
Yeah.
acceptable.
100% agree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm down
100%
with
agree.
that.
You should
Some people,
you should have to.
I mean,
You
I
should
feel like
have
that
to.
should definitely.
I
Yeah, it's like
agree.
a test you'd have to pass.
Yes, of course.
Like probably an
definitely.
apartment before a house.
Yes.
Mhm. Some
David,
people
what-
are really set in their ways and that they don't move in together before they get married.
Yeah. It's just that's such a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Mhm.
David, what were you saying?
I still think the average age of marriage is like 27 and 26 for women and men, or men and something like that.
Women are lower, right?
I
Mhm.
think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, they are. But there's like people I know that have been getting engaged at OU, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I like see you every week, and now you're like engaged. That's
It's like
wild.
high school. So many people from our high school are getting engaged.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I just saw. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Is that what this is coming from, Rez? That specific engagement? Because you talked about Mormonism.
I mean,
I think
That's
it's more
one of
like
many.
acceptable. Yeah,
It's
I think
like
that
one of many.
context is a bit less bad than like the Ring by Spring and other things.
Ring by Spring.
yeah,
is shitty.
Ring by Spring.
I think
That's
it's
is
terrible.
heinous.
I think it's
Yeah.
awful. Because
But
also
hey-
it can like destroy a girl's self-esteem if she's like a senior at Baylor and she's
Oh,
not
yeah.
getting proposed.
That's
to.
terrible. I didn't even think about that.
Like your whole friend group, or you think you're gonna get proposed to, and then he breaks up with you in the fall.
Oh my God.
Yikes!
Yay!
Yikes!
Yoinks! That's
Don't
tough.
go to Baylor.
Don't do it.
Don't go there. Just don't go there.
Don't go there. I agree.
I kind of, yeah. I don't think we should be like encouraging that.
No.
I think people need to get to know one another more. We
Everyone
live in a
needs,
fickle society.
We do live in a fickle society. We also live in a gossipy society, which is like so many people would like in that culture.
Moves fast, doesn't last.
And eats ass. Insert that last bit.
That's America.
I feel like it's so much of it is pressure as to like, oh, we don't want to like in certain cultures, it's like, oh, we don't want to move in together too quickly or else people will talk.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's also big. Sex ed, gotta have it. Because so many people get
Gotta have
pregnant and then they're like, well, we got to get married now. You know what I mean?
I never had like the formal talk.
Really?
Didn't have. No, my dad.
Neither did
I was
I.
like
Neither did I.
13, I think, and my dad like walked out. I was in my room. And he's like, "I need to talk to you." I was like, "Okay, yes." You know what sex is, right? And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, like responsible. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." That was that for me.
And then went back to playing FIFA. Let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't play FIFA yet.
At that time,
That was
was it
next
COD?
year.
It was COD. It was COD.
Yeah,
was
I
COD,
was
it was
playing
COD.
COD. I was COD.
It was COD.
COD.
I had it in 7th grade before we did the school thing. Remember the school thing?
That was insane.
Did we do it?
Wait,
Did we? I don't
thought we did
remember the
Eubanks.
school sex thing. We did a puberty thing. I don't remember a sex thing.
We did
It
one
might
at
have been
Eubanks,
puberty.
though.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
we
it.
all sat
Oh.
in the gym, right?
It was
Mhm.
it was before that that I got it, because my dad was just like, I don't want you to hear whatever, like I don't want you
Yeah, like
to
they're
get any
jumbled.
misinformation
Yeah.
from this southern school.
From the southern school. Let's go.
Do you remember someone in the puberty talk raised their hand and asked if you have an erection and you run into a wall, what happens? Do you remember that?
No.
Someone raised their hand.
Not
and
at
asked
all.
that.
Off camera, let's all put money on who that was.
Okay,
Yeah,
I remember who it
grade
was.
class.
I remember who
Oh,
it was.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, you guys will probably get it right if you guess.
Let's play 20 questions and then blink the name
No,
out.
we can't.
I actually don't know who it would
We
be.
can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But okay. So your take, Rez, is that it should be less socially acceptable than it is right now
Yes.
to get married at an early age. What's early for you?
Our age.
Oh.
Say our age.
Yeah, I'd say 23, 24, you start getting in the okay range,
Yeah.
especially if you've been
Yeah.
dating for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I agree. David, yeah, you no, he disagrees.
He
No,
disagrees.
no, I agree.
Okay,
no, sorry.
okay.
I thought, no, yeah, I agree. My bad.
Bunch of lukewarm takes today, boys.
Yeah, well,
It's
I'm
a
not-
lukewarm day outside.
It
bro.
is a lukewarm day. I don't think
That's
I
fair,
don't, thi-
fair.
I don't think I'm gonna heat it up that much either. So my
Okay,
take
very
is
nice.
the following. The plunger is by far the most outdated household appliance by far. Think about it. You have a clogged toilet, and what do you have to do? You have to take this piece of wood with a little rubber, like half ball. You have to stick it into a shit-filled toilet, and you're like, while like shitty water is splashing everywhere onto you, into the air, all over the toilet, and it like half the time it doesn't even work.
Well, I disagree because I'm a subscriber to the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because I've never really experienced a situation where a plunger hasn't worked. But once, and I remember this, my dad and I were at like Home Depot or Lowe's years and years ago.
Yeah.
And there was like a pressurized plunger. And I was like, we have to get this. This is so
Oh my
cool.
God.
It comes with like a CO2
Yeah.
tank, and you're going to like shoot that shit right down. Just bop, and it's gone. Nope, it just doesn't work. It's a faulty product. And they tried to take, I think what they tried to do was they tried to take something that works and make it work. It already does. The plunger is just perfect. The plunger's the perfect tool.
The
I have to
perfect
think
tool.
of a.
Plunger's the
that-
perfect
yeah.
tool.
I think for its job, I think I agree with David.
The plunger has found its niche.
It's so
I can't
far
think
from
of a
perfect.
better. What's a better tool?
Well, I'm
Better
saying we
plunger.
need to
Better
update
way.
it. There has to be
Okay.
a better way, because you first off, you plunge it and then you just kind of like put it to the side. That's disgusting.
I rinse it off in the bath, the shower.
You do?
Yeah.
It's also
I
You gotta
like
get the
it
shit
clean.
off of it. You gotta get shit off of it.
that's also gross though.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be gross. There's shit on it.
Yeah.
But you know,
I guess I'm just saying there has to be a better way. It's literally just a wooden pole with rubber on.
I'm not a fan of people bringing up problems without solutions. So let's hear
Okay.
some.
Let's talk about it. I think that a better tool could be, you know what we need to popularize is there's this thing called like the snake or something like that.
Yeah.
The toilet snake. You kind of
Oh yes.
it kind of slinks down and then you just kind of like turn it, right? And it shreds everything that's in there. Way better, in my opinion. So you're not
Isn't
like
that for like claw? Like, isn't that generally for like buildup of like not like literal shit though? Would it work?
of course I feel like it would definitely, or something of that sort would work. Just shred it.
I think
You
something
can use
like
that on
a
bathtubs
tube
too. Yeah.
that goes down into the hole, and then you just like You press a button and just a bunch of air goes down there.
Or you
And
just
it all
blow into the
goes.
tube and you just blow it all out.
Or like a bunch of pressurized sand and just break up all the poop.
Yeah, but what if it?
Nothing from tiny particles.
But what if the clog is too bad, and then you blow into it, and then there's like a buildup of air in your toilet just explodes? I feel like that
So
would.
that's why you
happen.
send a round. You send a round of heat, soften it.
This is so. What? Oh,
Then you and then you push the water down and it runs.
a
We need
self.
Corey and Tanner to get in here.
Yeah,
The engineers
Yeah.
of the.
a toilet where you can just hit a button and you bring the water to a boil. Water to a boil.
Wait, like low key, are there like heat? Is there like a way to like heat the toilet water? Are there toilets that do that? I know you can get heated toilet seats. I feel
I
like
don't
a
see why
little
you
bit
would
of
want to.
a little bit of a hot sensation might feel like kind of
Oh,
Maybe nice.
not quite bubbling, but a little bit of.
you know what I would want is like a little.
But maybe
cool
that'd give me
breeze.
swamp crack.
It would. Your
A
ass.
cool
would
breeze?
a little bit of a cool breeze. I feel like would feel nice.
Yeah, like up top, like under the seat, just like some air.
They probably have that in Japan. You know how they have
Yeah.
those super advanced toilets that like they wash your asshole for you like after you're
Yeah.
done
I saw
shitting.
something today where it was like movie theater bathrooms. You should be able to like take your ticket into the stall or like the urinal and swipe it and like plays your movie while you're like.
That's a
using
really
the
good idea.
restroom.
Oh,
That's a
That's
really
so
good
It has
idea.
screens installed.
That's a really good idea.
I think it's genius.
That is.
you need
genius.
multiple stalls, right? Because what if I'm watching, say, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but the guy over is watching, I don't know, The Conjuring or something.
I guess then it becomes an audio issue.
You
Mhm.
little headphones.
Little
Yeah,
headphones.
like making sure they're clean and everything. Surely a way.
There's surely a way, but that is a very good idea.
Maybe soundproof each urinal and stall.
Good work, dude. It probably happens already in Japan. I challenge you to find one hotel room in Japan that has a plunger.
Yeah, why is there?
Yeah.
I
A
bet they
toilet
already
should be
figured
able to
this out.
auto plunge.
Yes.
They
There-
should be.
How about this?
Yeah.
I think I've heard this idea on a podcast before. A little device, a toilet, where you know how like there's the little hole at the bottom of the toilet where the flush goes into, right? A toilet where there is a little device that acts almost as a paper shredder,
Yeah,
and it's always going so that when you poo, your poo goes down, shreds it, and just
It's
travels.
like it
right through.
clears and then it gets shredded. It clears your view,
Yeah.
shredded.
Also,
downpipe.
What if I've had so much fiber that week, and let's say my poop is rock hard? How does that work? What happens if the device gets messed up? How do you?
I mean, just
Hey,
like
one big
how any toilet
log.
breaks.
One big log would be a problem. Like one thick.
Yeah.
I
a
don't
thick
think
one.
so.
If
I
we're
think
talking
it-
pebbles,
boy.
that's easy.
Mhm.
Well, no, ideally
Pebbles
you're
are
not shitting
ideal.
pebbles. No, it would be a healthy log should be able to get cut.
A healthy log, yes.
No one's shitting rocks. You're not shitting rocks, Rez, are you? Like, I don't think that's humanly
No,
possible.
I don't.
Hey, it can
I
have
need
like a
more fruits.
razor on the
I need
end.
more
It can have
fruits
a
in my life.
razor on the end, like really just cut.
Mm.
Just really cut in there.
It's like there are different levels.
Heated blades,
Heated
mind
blades.
you.
Heated
Heated blades.
blades.
You remember the trend with like the 1,000-degree
Huge.
knife?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
like pouring magma into a pool. That's what it would be like.
You know what I saw last night? It was a TikTok of some lady. She heated up a blade, and then there was a big Ziploc bag on the table. She took the heated blade, cut through the bag to cut it in half. And you know what fucking happened?
It formed together to make two bags.
Two
Like the
different
heat
bags.
Sealed it.
It
sealed
cauterized the bags. She created two Ziploc bags out of one big Ziploc bag.
A
You
TikTok.
can't make this up.
You can't make this up.
That's insane.
That's huge.
Obscene.
That's
It-
huge.
I my jaw dropped.
Now imagine that in your toilet.
Yeah. Imagine creating Ziploc bags in your toilet
Out of your shit.
out of your shit.
I'm gonna cauterize your shit.
Cauterize my shit.
I'm down for
thoughts.
I'm down for an innovation. It's kind of like on the toilets end. I think the plunger is a tool. It's kind of
Okay.
Kind of
it's
outdated.
doing its duty.
Okay.
And the
So
toilet-
I think
Toilet's
we
outdated.
talked our way into
The
agreeing.
toilet is outdated, not the plunger.
I think they're probably The plunger is
I
an
think the
easier
plunger is
fix.
stuck because of the toilets. I mean, what can you do with the
Oh.
plunger? The toilet has to innovate for the plunger
what?
to do anything.
I agree. I think it's also some plungers like don't even really fit in the toilet. You know, you have to get like you have to like jiggle around to get the right
You have
fit.
to measure it. Yeah.
And it's so
Nothing
just like
worse than too small of a
okay,
plunger.
I agree with this. The fact that you even have to stick something into the toilet to unclog it is a problem, and we need to fix the
It's on
toilet.
the toilet.
Okay, you talked me into disagreeing with my own take. I think.
I think that should be a point.
More advanced stats. We need more advanced stats. One
Yeah,
advanced stat
for
that I
sure, for
want
sure.
is how often does like Resma agree with David's takes? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's an interesting
What
one.
about unanimous
Oh,
unanimous yeses?
unanimous yeses is a good advanced stat
Unanimous
as well.
no's. That'd be
Also,
all
yeah.
Ron's takes.
Tanner,
Like, I'm gonna say
Tanner and
no
Ronick
to-
run the world in unanimous no's.
Ironic can die. I didn't say it. I didn't mean it.
He didn't say it. He didn't say
I may have
it.
said it, but I
Didn't say it.
certainly didn't mean it.
Did you guys see that CPAC is happening right now? Conservative something. I don't know what
Yeah.
it stands for. Did you see what Ted Cruz said to start off his speech?
Well,
No,
didn't
what'd
he
he say?
reference like a movie, like Braveheart?
No, I don't know. He probably did. But to start off his speech, he said, "Orlando's awesome, but it's not as nice as Cancun."
Wow.
He said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He also went on to say that they're not the party of country clubs.
Yeah.
The
They're
nuts
party
at
of
one
blue-collar
point-
workers.
He either tweeted or like a statement went out and it said, "We're not just the party of country clubs." Nice one, Ted.
Nice one, Ted.
Yeah, that was on at the gym this morning. There's one TV that is on for the news, and we can change the channel. And
Mhm.
sometimes it's on MSNBC, sometimes it's on CNN, and occasionally it's on Fox. And this morning it was on Fox.
And they were playing CPAC?
Yeah, they were like covering it. I think they're the only ones doing it.
The balls on Ted Cruz to go out and say that.
I know.
Insane.
He doesn't
It's
care.
insane.
No,
He
he's
doesn't
such a
care.
he's such a cuck.
Isn't that political suicide? I swear to God.
Not in Texas. Well, it might be. It might prove to be.
Possibly.
There's no way he wins again. You got it.
We have another 4 years though, so it's like
Yeah.
it's so much time. That's so much
So
time.
much time. Yeah.
He's
people are gonna
probably
forget.
hoping that he were up on the ballot sooner rather than later.
No, I think he's glad
Actually,
that he's
no,
not
yeah.
right now.
That's
'Cause
true.
That's
people are
right
gonna
now,
forget.
yeah.
He's gonna give people time to forget. He's also gonna run for president, I think. So
Thank God. Get
Trump too though.
obliterated.
Trump will
I get
rerun.
obliterated.
I don't know.
Even if he tried to do Trump, he can't do Trump as well as he can't do that. He's
He
dead.
can't. Yeah.
He's Ted. He's lying
Ted.
Ted.
Dead. He
He-
doesn't have the
Cancun
look.
Ted.
He's
No,
got
dude, his new haircut is so awful. Have you seen his new haircut?
No.
Oh, isn't it like
It's
it's like a mullet, but then there's like an undercut.
with shaved sides. It's so bad.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves
I'm
a
happy
better
for
haircut.
him. Happy.
You're
for
happy
that
for him?
haircut. I'm happy that he has that haircut.
You are. Is that right? Is that right?
Well, anyway, I'm speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference later. So
Is that what it stands for? Conservative
I
Political Action
believe so.
Conference. A day?
Did you see that gold Trump statue?
Do they have one there?
No,
Yeah, and
that's so bad.
someone was like, "This is biblical." I forget. There's like a golden calf or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
This
I'm
is
gonna-
biblical.
they're like,
Let's bring a
Word
bush
is
in
almost
and
like
then burn
they
it.
say we're a cult. Why do they say we're a cult? And then it's like the video of them literally wheeling a golden Trump.
Golden Trump. Do you think if we threw a burning bush into the building, they'd be like, "This is biblical"?
A burning
I
bush.
hope. I hope. Is that biblical?
I'll walk in while burning my pubic hair and say, "Have you ever seen a burning bush?" So
That'll be good.
yeah,
That'll be good.
That'll be fun.
That'd be great content.
Great content. Burning my pubes at CPAC.
C-SPAN would have to cover it. They're required.
Absolutely, C-SPAN would have to cover it.
Not clickbait. Not clickbait.
Oh,
Also, can we really try to get Matt Gaetz on the podcast?
yes.
I'm
We
begging.
probably will have to cut out this
No,
Ted Cruz content. And
I don't
we're
think
gonna
so.
get him on.
I don't. I want to frame it as a challenge to him. I want to be like, Matt.
Can you
Gaetz.
take the gauntlet
Yeah.
of 3 communists pelting you with questions for an hour?
Matt Gaetz, we are all socialist commies, and we want you to come on to our podcast. You're a coward if you don't. I think that's what we have to challenge him. He won't come on if we don't challenge him. If we don't say you're a coward if you don't.
What if he? What
We
if
have
he
to
loads
start
his
calling him
face?
out on Twitter. We have to start beefing with him on
Yeah,
Twitter.
no, that's my plan. What'd you say,
We need
Rex?
to ratio him. We have to ratio him.
We
on
have to
Twitter.
ratio Matt Gaetz.
This is what will make us prominent, but we can't. We need to I think we need to go in waves. So one of us
Yeah.
asks him a bunch of questions,
Yeah.
then the next one, then the next one. We'll start
Let's
with
do it.
Tanner.
Yeah, Tanner
Start with
go.
Tanner.
Tanner will go after Matt Gaetz in the Twitter comments.
He's not ready. Matt,
not
I'm
ready.
sorry. Really sorry.
Matt, you're not ready.
Mark your
Apologize.
calendars. There's
Okay.
a storm a brewing.
And the goal is to get him to discontinue his podcast, Hot Takes with Matt Gaetz.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
'cause that's bad.
Okay. Hottest take time. We are going to restate our takes, starting with me. My take was that the plunger is the most outdated household appliance.
And mine is that getting married at an early age should be less socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was jam over jelly.
Okay. And we will vote for who we thought had the hottest take, starting with David, then Rez, then me. Does everyone know who they're voting for?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1.
Jam.
Rez. That's 2 in a row for me.
Is it actually?
I could never.
Yeah,
I would never.
David, you have to heat up your takes.
I'm gonna start
What's
saying
David's stats?
everyone should be required to use jam over jelly. Sorry, I forgot to do that. I'm
It's the
really
best.
sorry.
Jam is the best
Ah.
topping of all time.
Yeah.
I should've
Heat
used
him
it.
up.
My bad.
David
My
is what, 1 for 18, 1 for 17, 1 for 18
bad.
now.
What was my take? That one.
I can. Here,
That's
let me
interesting.
find it. Let me
I
find
need
it.
to look at. I need to start
Study your
meditating on
tape.
my good content.
Yeah, study your tape. Here, I'll
Watch
bring it up
film.
right
Watch film. Yeah.
now. Watch your film. Hold on. There's a young
Here's
child
my
downstairs.
note-taking pencil.
Did Ronick get Let's Go Pikachu?
Well, we want him to get Let's Go Eevee because without knowing that Tanner had,
yeah.
I had no idea that Tanner already had Let's Go
Yeah.
Pikachu, so I bought it, and then
Yeah, Tanner told me about that.
now
pain.
neither of us can fill the Pokedex. Okay, David, your take was cancel brunch.
That was a good take.
That was a good take.
Great,
I like
that's a
that
great
one.
one.
Okay,
Cancel brunch.
that's it for us. Hot Takes, High Stakes, episode 55, I think. We are on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube right now, and we are on Apple Podcasts, so subscribe to both. And we're on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Also, subscribe to Matt Men Games. And yeah, this is coming out on me and Resma's week. Week 1
Ooh,
for videos.
happy birthday, Dan Resma. Happy birthday, Dan.
Oh yeah, happy
Oh,
birthday
thank
to
you.
both of you, Dan. To both of you. To
We're
the
just
both
some
of you.
oldies, Dan.
Just some oldies but goodies. Looks like he's talking.
It's
So, yeah.
Paulina. Get Lena
Somebody-
on the pod.
Somebody dropped their fob, and it's literally like on the
Oh, shit.
fucking window. No
Those
way.
fobs cost like $800.
What? It's what?
They
like
dropped
the,
it on the window.
Apartment.
No way. How's that even
Fobs.
possible?
These bad boys.
A little fobbies.
They cost
Fobs.
They dropped their-
$800 to replace.
They dropped their fob
According to
out
my
the window and
alarm.
it landed on my windowsill. Apparently,
Grab it.
No
You'll
shot.
save someone some money.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
No shot. No shot.
No shot. No shot. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's been Hot Takes, High Stakes.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, everyone.
see ya.
Plump Goops Podcast.